Hello, Math 96. Today's Tuesday. We're going to do dividing radical expressions today on page 88 of your notebook, section 7.4. And the essential question at the top of that page is, what are the steps to break down a radical with a fraction? And at the end of this lesson, you can say you can break down a fraction into separate components in order to simplify a radical. The homework is at the end of this video out of your textbook, page 459, numbers 17 to 22. And it's a lot less homework today. I know yesterday was pretty heavy duty. Okay, so here we go. At the top of your page, it says for any real numbers, if you have a fraction, just break them into two separate fractions. That's all. That's all we're going to do today. And we're going to skip rationalizing denominators. So we're not going to do rationalizing denominators, all right? So if we have a fraction, we just break it down into two separate ones. So let's do that. So here we go. We have the cubed root of 27 over 8. So we're going to take the fraction and we're just going to break it up. And usually students are doing this in their brain, but I'll write it out. So you just take the cubed root of the top 27, which is right here. It's worth 3. And the cubed root of 8 is right here. It's worth 2. And you're done. Next one, square root of 49. That's just 7. Square root of y squared. You have a pair, so out comes y. All done. Okay, moving on. Cubed root of 125 x to the 5th over cubed root 64 y to the 6th. Okay, so let's do the cubed root of 125. It's right here. Cubed root of 125 is 5 is out. Next one, cubed root of x to the 5th. I draw it, takes 3 to get out. I draw 5 of them. Out is an x. In is x squared. So that'll be my top. On the bottom, cubed root of 64. It's right here. It's worth 4. Out is 4. Cubed root of y to the 6th. Well, I know 2 y's are going to get out because if I draw 6 y's in sets of 3, out is y squared. And that's it. That's the answer. Remember, when there's no number printed, it's a hidden 2 for square roots. So we're going to do the square root of 16, that's 4. X cubed means there's an x out and an x in. And I can just write out the bottom one. Square root of 81 is going to be 9. Y to the 8th, if I draw them in sets of 2, that means 4 will get out. I'll draw them out for you, but that's okay. So here we go. Who's out and who's in? So I need a little square root. Square root of 16 is just 4. X cubed, I'm just going to draw it out. Out is an x. In is one left over. Then I'm going to do the bottom. Square root of 81 is 9. Y to the 8th comes out evenly in sets of 2. It would be y to the 4th. Or if you draw it out, 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. Out, 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 out. That's 4 that got out. So that's y to the 4th. Okay, so it's the same work. It's just that you have to do the work in the numerator and the denominator. All right, a couple more on the next page here. You can hit pause if you need a moment. Okay, this set is just to show you that sometimes before you do anything, you can use the reverse rule. 2 separate radicals might help you if you put it back into one big radical. So rewriting the rule, what happens when I put 20 over 5 in the inside? What is 20 divided by 5? Well, that's just 4. 20 divided by 5 is 4. And what's the square root of 4? 2. Remember, it's a square root in there, right? Square root of 4 is just 2. So that final answer is 2. So on the next one, we have this outside 5. So I'm going to leave that on the outside. And this is going to be a cubed root, and I'm going to write it as 32 over 2 and see if that helps me. So what is 32 over 2? 16. So I'm going to leave the 5 on the outside, cubed root of 16. Okay. Whatever happens with the cubed root of 16, the outside 5 is just going to multiply the answer, okay? So let's break up cubed root of 16. This goes back to yesterday's lecture. Break it up into a good number, into 2 radicals. What times what is 16? Don't go 4 times 4 because we're not doing square roots. Use your cubed root numbers. Well, I can break up 16 into an 8 times a 2. And I can do the cubed root of 8. So right here, cubed root of 8 is a regular 2. And then cubed root rad 2 just comes down because I can't reduce it. And now I have to do that 5 times 2. So my final answer is 10 cubed root of 2. So if there's a plain number on the outside, you're just multiplying whatever you get in the final answer by 5. Okay. So this time I have a 2 on the outside on the bottom, but I'm going to go ahead and write this as a fraction. So this 2 came out, right? It's right here. So I'm writing 72 over 2 in the inside. What is 72 divided by 2? I talked about that number yesterday as being kind of one of the trick numbers in college. 72 divided by 2 is 36. So this reduces, 72 divided by 2 is just 36, xy. Now whatever comes out of the radical, I'm just going to be multiplying it by 2. So I bring down my 2. What is the square root of 36? 6. And because it takes 2 to get out, the xy still has to stay in, right? They can't come out. So our final answer would just be 12 square root of xy. And then because I have the b in the bottom, we're going to skip this one. Not necessary today. So we'll skip that, okay? Okay, guess what? We're going to skip the rationalizing the denominator. And I'm going to show you now your homework. Excuse me. So these are pretty much straightforward, should be very easy. Square root of 36, remember there's a 2 here. Square root of 36 is just the 6. Just go ahead and break them up into their separate ones. 36y to the third, who's out and who's in. Then you can do the square root of x to the fourth on the bottom, okay? I do want to go over this one with you. So I'm going to do this problem with you. So we're going to go ahead and break up into the top and the bottom. Nope, sorry, I messed up. Hold on a minute. I have to draw this a little bit taller. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and reduce 32 divided by 2. So this is the only problem that's like this. 32 divided by 2 is 16. And you would still have the a to the fourth on the top. b to the fourth, c to the eighth on the bottom. Then go ahead and write them separately. Break them up. One big radical breaks up into two little ones. You do know that I'm waiting for you to finish this one, right? I just wanted to help you out, kind of remind you there. All right, let me clear that one up. Don't forget there's a 2 in there. There's a 2 in here. Okay, so what's the fourth root of 16? I'm hoping you are learning those chart numbers. Fourth root of 16 is 2. Fourth root of a to the fourth, a comes out. Fourth root of b to the fourth, b comes out. Fourth root of c to the eighth, there's 2 sets of c's in there, so c squared. Okay, I just wanted to do that one with you because we had this 32 over 2 to make life easier. Okay, the other one should be easy. Break them down. Who's in and who's out. Okay, have a great day.